Y'all can hear me?
Yep.
Uh, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yep.
So what are you trying to push on your channel? Like what are you pushing?
Why
What's the
why did you
meaning of
guys
your
come up
channel?
here? And I don't really feel like having that conversation. This is already starting off terrible. I got a whole prompt up here. We've been talking. You've been in the queue for an hour, so I know you've been hearing me, and you want to talk about
Yes.
my channel.
Yes, because a lot of your channel, there's a lot of men do this to women, or men is fault is for this, or men's fault for that. So that's why I'm asking you, like,
So you
what's the
know what my
purpose of
channel
your
is,
channel?
then. It seems like you
No,
know what it is. So why are
I
you asking
I
me?
may misinterpret it. That's why I'm asking you. It's your channel. I may misinterpret it. So
What
that's
do
why I'm
you think
asking
it
you.
is? What do you think it is?
I'm not here for what I think. I'm trying to get the facts from the person that
No,
channel is from. So
you're
I'm
missing.
asking you,
Hold
what
on,
is
hold
the
on. G.
channel? What is the purpose of
Hold
the
on, wait,
channel?
G. Listen to what I'm saying. I go live 15, 20 hours a week. I got I got hundreds and hundreds of videos. I got thousands of hours of watch time. Like, and you can go consume all of that stuff, right? No diddy. And then you can come to your own conclusion about what my message is, right? So, and it seems like you haven't done all of the research, but you've done some of it. So I'm asking you, what do you think my message is? Because I'm very clear in my rhetoric and in my videos and whatnot, in my content, what my message is. It literally says it in my
It
bio.
it, it makes. I'm asking you what's your messages, and then you're saying, "Oh, it's clear on my message." It's like, so if anybody come onto your channel, so
Mhm.
regardless, they could think anything on what you say, and regardless of what they say, you're like, "Oh, that's my point," but they could completely misinterpret everything you're saying. So if I'm saying,
Yes.
"Yo, what's your channel?" and
Mhm.
what does it mean for, and you're telling me, "Yo, just think whatever you may think it may be, just think about it," like that's not clear. Like I'm
But that
asking
is
you for the
clear.
facts, and I'm asking you what's your standpoint on something, so that I don't misinterpret
Can
most
I,
of these things
can I ask you?
because
Can I
I'm
ask you a
saying that it
question?
seems like
Okay.
this.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Have you watched some of my content?
Yes, I watch some of your content.
Okay. So, and in my content, and in my bio, and in my
Mm-hmm.
life, I
Mm-hmm.
am very straightforward about what my message is. So I
Yes.
don't think that me telling you what my message is going to help you understand what it is any better. You see what I'm saying? So I need to know from you, what do you think my message is?
Okay. I'll tell you what I think your message is. I think your message is basically trying to point the finger at men, just like how you always tell men not to point the finger at women. That's exactly what your channel is doing. You're pointing the
That's
finger at men and saying, "Yo, men is doing this, and all the men is doing that to these women," and you're basically not like. I'm gonna give you a question. This is another question. What accountability, or what was something you think that women should improve on?
I
Something.
don't. I don't. What do you think? I don't think women should improve on anything. What do you think women should improve on?
Exactly, and that's the problem with this
No, no,
world.
no, no, no,
That,
no.
that's that's
I
that's the
don't.
problem.
No, hold on, G.
I'm
Stop.
gonna give. I'm gonna answer your
Yeah,
question in a
answer
minute.
the
I'm gonna
question.
answer
Go
your
ahead.
question.
Yep.
That's the problem. You
Watch.
you
Watch.
think
Hold
that
on. Wait.
no.
Wait. I'm going to in real time. I'm going to show you why I don't say stuff like that. Go ahead. Now you tell us what you think it is. What do you give me one? All I want is one thing you think, and I'm going to be very specific when I say this to you, so you can understand why I say it. So,
One thing.
do you think that women are oppressed?
A person now and then. No,
You don't think women are oppressed in 2024?
no. What are
Okay.
they oppressed with?
By how, right? Not with, but okay. So you don't like them men making more money than women per capita.
Talk
Women
about
having
the
hold
wage
on,
gap.
G. A conversation goes like this: I talk, you
Okay.
listen, you talk, I listen, right?
Yeah.
So it so there are a myriad of ways that women are oppressed, but like I said, so financially, economically, they're oppressed. Socially, they're oppressed. Physically, they're oppressed through their like. There's a women are oppressed just like black people are oppressed,
Oh,
right?
let's
Like,
start with one.
huh?
Let's start with one. Let's start with the
I
wage
just
gap.
named it. I just
All right.
named it.
Let's start with the wage gap. So you're
Okay.
saying the wage gap, yeah, women are oppressed on the wage gap because they make less than men. But
Mhm.
the thing is that people don't look into the facts on why they make less than men. It's not because that
I
they're women,
bet
they
you
just make
haven't
less
looked
than
into the
men.
facts. I bet $1,000 right now you don't know
I
what the
have
facts.
looked into the facts.
Okay.
It's
What are the
because of
facts?
time off. It's because of pregnant. When women get pregnant, when they give birth, women
Mhm.
take more time off than men. And
Mhm.
it's also because that also falls into hours worked when they take time off,
Mhm.
right?
So
And
what
it's
if I? So
also
what if? Wait. So what if I told you that that's not the case, and they already in the studies they control for all of that, even with all of that being, because they took all of that into account. What they said was that when it is a 1-to-1, when a woman works the same job and she works the same hours or whatever the case may be, she makes 87 cents on the dollar to men. That is what the
And
study. That is
I
what.
wasn't
Hold
even
on,
finished.
G. That is what the study concluded. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It wasn't all of those things. All of those things didn't. They already took into account. They control for those things in the study. That's what I'm saying. So you
And then,
can't say that. That's not. You didn't look into it enough. I'm not
yes, I
saying you didn't
did.
look into it at all, but you didn't look into it enough. So the wage gap is a real thing, right? Look? Let me ask you a question, G. Is the wage gap real between black people and white people?
Is the wage gap real between black people and white people?
Mm-hmm. Do white
I
people
wouldn't say
get paid
no.
more money? Do white people get paid more money to do the same job as black people do?
That's hard. That's hard to decide. I wouldn't think so. No, I wouldn't think that white people would get paid more. And it depends. Like it depends. But I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say no.
Okay,
For
so
working the same job, I would say no.
so black people aren't oppressed?
Black people aren't oppressed.
Mhm.
No.
So black people aren't oppressed and women aren't oppressed. Okay, so if that is the case, then at what point so explain to me for just for one
Come on, we're switching. We're switching. Can we stick with the wage gap first? Because we're like
no,
switching goalposts here.
we already discussed the wage gap. You don't know what you're.
No, but you,
I'm
but
not
you,
about to
but
go
you,
back and
but you
forth with
name.
you. You don't know what you're talking about.
I do. I didn't even get to finish what I was talking about. You didn't even let me
Okay,
finish
go
what I was
ahead,
talking
finish it.
about.
Keep going.
You're saying that it was like, oh, when they match up the times worked and stuff like that. But it's also because women also don't argue for more money. They also don't. They also not arguing for more money. That's
Why do
also
they
that
need to?
also too.
Why would a woman need to argue for more money if a woman is if
They
sorry
don't ask for more money. So if they're
first
getting paid, first of all, it's illegal to pay women more, to pay men more than women based on gender. It's illegal
yeah,
to do that. So, and then let's put some common sense in here. If I can pay women less than men, right, and they still do the same amount of jobs or the same productivity as
why
men,
wouldn't you just hire
why
all
wouldn't I
women?
just
That's the same
exactly
thing
that?
but you
It
guys
makes
asked that
sense
same
though.
dumb question and if you
It's
thought
not
about it
dumb though. It's
hold
it's
on
it's
G
a common sense question. If they
hold on
have the
G
same
hold on G
productivity, why
hold on
would
G
they? Like that don't make
if you
sense.
thought about it for 2 seconds, the reason why that logic is completely flawed is for several reasons. One of them is to uphold the system of patriarchy. You need to reward men. You cannot give all the jobs to women or the men revolt and then you lose your power on everybody. So of course you have to keep men gainfully employed. You have to.
And
There's no way around it. So if
they,
you don't, so if the powers that be, if the oligarchs want to keep their power, they have to appeal to the people who have the power and authority to oppress everybody else in their community, which are men, right? So with that being said, they don't give all the jobs to women because they can just pay women less money. That doesn't make sense. The same way they wouldn't give all the jobs to immigrants, even though you could pay an immigrant less money, right? In theory, because whatever, you could pay an immigrant less money or whatever to them. That's how they do it. That's their system. So, but they're not going to hire a bunch of asylum seekers because they know if they do that, we will revolt. And by we, I mean the Americans. We will what? You give them all of our that's how you know that lie about they're giving all of our jobs away is a lie, because if they really were giving all of our jobs away, I think people would be revolting more. And people are revolting. Don't get me wrong. We are a part of it. They are, however, outsourcing our jobs to other countries. That is what they're doing. So like when you call IT, you call for support and they send you to Bangladesh, or they send you to, what I'm saying, or they send you to the Philippines. That's what they're doing. That's an example of that. They're not, but in America, they're not doing that. In America, if they did that, we would revolt. So that's why they don't do that, sir.
no, you're saying they do that. Yes, that may be one reason so they don't revolt, but they also don't do that because, no offense to women, but men do produce more productivity in the workforce, and the stats show. Like when it comes to infrastructure, I will say I'm not even gonna say all jobs that men will produce better than women, because there are jobs that women will produce better than men. But
Yeah,
I'm
so
saying
just
in
so why not
infrastructure
just wait,
infrastructure wise,
so why not just stop right there? If you can acknowledge that there are some things that where women are significantly better than men, and there's some things that men are significantly better than women, then why try to cherry pick? Because that's what you're about to do.
no, I'm not
Yes,
even finished though. I'm just because they
you
could
don't
do
have
that
to
better,
finish your
but
whole.
just because they do that better does not.
G, your whole premise, your initial take. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to finish. You're already going to cherry pick because you already said it. You said it at the beginning. You said women do women. There are jobs that women are better at than men. Cool. And then you said that, but let me. I'm just paraphrasing. Now let me cherry pick some jobs that men are better than women. That's what I'm saying. And you try to throw in a big buzzword like infrastructure. You don't know what infrastructure entails. Infrastructure also entails clerical work. Because if the paperwork don't get filed, then nobody knows what's getting done. And who does that? Women. So you can't do that. You can't say, well, men are better. We talking about chopping cinder blocks? They use tools for that. Men don't do that. The tools do that. You talking about laying down concrete? Men don't do that. The tools do that. Men assist. But yeah, exactly, Jeff. Who's keeping up with the books?
The tools
women
do that. So you lay the tools down, and then the tools do it themselves, right? No, you have to have skills to use that tool.
Sir,
so
the men's jobs are made. Men have made we have made as many jobs we can exponentially easier than they've ever been. Like I said, yes, you want to talk about men being riveters 1,000 years ago, or I'm sorry, not sorry, 100 years ago. That was different. They didn't have the tools for it. They used to bang and bang and bang. You want to talk about laying down tracks on the railroad track?
But they still got it
doing
done.
that by hand, and brother, men was doing that by hand. You want to? That's what I'm saying.
So what you're proving is that it takes more skill than just the tools. That's what you're proving. Before the tools, like you said, before the tools came in, they was doing that before the tools came in. So what you're saying, it takes more skills than tools than come in.
No, that wasn't what I was saying. Anyways, we're up to 35. Just FYI, we got 15 more. I checked the cash out. We got 15 more. But yeah, brother, that's not how it works. So, anyways,
what?
I want to get.
You can't just say that's not how it works.
I want to get to the point. Hold on, G. I want to get to the point because obviously this you're not. This doesn't make any sense. We're running in circles now. I want to get to what is your actual point of contention with my platform? Because you said it seems like I'm pointing the finger at men. Yes, I am pointing the finger at men.
My point of contention with your platform is that what you're doing is that you're hurting the community more than you're helping it. I will believe it's because what you're doing is that you're teaching women that, like, what you're bashing into, because most of your fan base is women. So what you're bashing into their head is like, yo, men do this wrong, men do that wrong, men do that wrong. You should expect better from men. You should expect better from men to do this and that. And what you're doing is just making it in their mind negativity, everything that a man does. So everything that a man, now when they get a man, let me finish.
You don't think these women already thought that, G? You think I'm teaching them that?
Can I finish that? No, but I'm saying what you're doing is you're not holding them accountable on their end on what they do.
Okay, now let's get back to the point. So what do you want to hold women accountable for, G?
Let me finish.
You never answered that. No. Let's go back to that because you haven't answered that question yet. What do you want to hold women accountable for?
Brother, I'm trying to talk to you, right? You said the conversation works both ways. You talk, I'll listen. I talk, you listen. So may I talk?
More. Can you tell us what do you want women to be held accountable for, real quick?
What I would like women to hold accountable for is their actions, what they do. So depending on from the person they choose to the person they sleep with to choose to the person they marry. Same thing with men. I'm not saying that men should be excused from that, but I'm saying women should be held accountable for their actions and their choices. Every human being should be held accountable for their choices. You cannot say men. You cannot say women. Hold on, let me finish.
Can I ask you how? We don't got that much time, brother. How aren't women held accountable for their actions already?
Because when you sit there and talk about men in relationships, you be like, oh, the women gotta sit here and work, cook, clean, and he's not doing nothing. He's just sitting on the couch and doing nothing. Like you're taking a very specific scenario and applying it to most of the population that's happening. You're making it seem like women are just doing everything right in relationships and men are just doing everything wrong. It's like nothing that men would do.
You haven't answered the question, G. How don't women, we got 3 more dollars to go. How aren't women held responsible? What aren't women responsible for? Like, what do you mean? You mean when they
Their
take care of the
choices.
kids?
Their
Oh man,
choices and the consequences.
they got him up out of here. So women aren't held responsible when they take care of their children, when they raise the kids that the fathers abandon or the fathers neglect, even when the father is around. That's not responsibility. They didn't take responsibility for who they slept with, right? And it's funny because we all knew what he was going to say. Did we not all know exactly what G was going to say? Did he not have the same talking points that I've cooked these dudes on 1,000 times? It's the same thing over and over and over again. And he's mad because of what? Because he asked me, what do I want to hold women responsible for? I said nothing. He said, see, that's the problem. I said, okay, what do you want to hold women responsible for? He didn't answer the question for 5 minutes. Then we finally got back to it. And what did he say? The thing that I already knew he was going to say, for their choices and their actions, as if there aren't natural consequences to their choices and their actions. The things that women do, they pay for them naturally. When they sleep with a man and a man impregnates her and then he abandons her, she takes care of the children. That's a natural consequence. What do you mean? What are you talking about? How aren't women taking responsibility when they have the kids 85% of the time? Listen to what I'm telling men. Hear my voice and hear me clearly. 85% of custodial parents are women. That is when the man and the woman aren't together. 85%. Now, even in the relationship, 85% of women are responsible for the children. Even when the man is there, the women are responsible for the children 85% of the time. It don't matter. It don't matter how you slice it. Man there, man not there. Don't matter. Man there, man not there. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Seems like what is the and what else do you have? How is that oppressing men? How is that oppressive? What are women doing? This is the question that I'm asking you guys. When we ask, what do you want to hold women responsible for? What we're asking is, in what ways do women oppress men? Because I can name 1,000 ways that men oppress women. So if you come up here and say, we got to hold women responsible, for what? For what? What are women doing?